set up shop and add it to what they're already doing as well. So yeah, big. It's coming through. I'm getting flashes of it and that, and it's getting clearer and clearer, and it's getting more and more obvious.
The more you say yes to it, the steps, the more you grab onto it, the more you step into it,
Yeah, exactly. And just allowing it to come and not rushing it or forcing it. Just relaxing, and the more we relax, the more the pieces of the puzzle automatically connect. So my day's really excited, man. All my days. This is big, man. This is big. This is big. Something that we sat on here is big, man. And I can feel it's about to go boom. So yeah, just for the record, on the live, it's coming through to me that I want to create an offer around creating a frequency holistic practice, and I want to make it as simple as possible and give them everything they need to be able to literally get started pretty much as soon as they join, and add it to whatever they're doing in the holistic practice already, or even just have one specifically focused around the frequencies. So yeah, all my days, and that's it, working with people like in the holistic space, in the health space, and like, bringing them something that has like zero side effects, but like loads of next level benefits. Yeah, and bringing that to the world.
As you're working with it, what are you seeing? What are people saying? What are they noticing?
Yeah, well, they're saying that they're sleeping better, they're feeling better, the mind's relaxed. It's reducing pain. The reviews are ridiculous, man. The reviews are amazing. Everyone's going absolutely crazy, and that's just literally after listening to it after the first time. So yeah, like helping, it also like helps like reawaken neurological pathways. So it's good like if you've got like autism or ADHD, and it's very relaxing and calming, and as we know, the flow increases as we relax. So if we've got a tool that can help people relax, feel good and calm, then that's going to automatically bring them closer to their heart. And then I want it so it's like I'm building this up, but then others that want to do it, like I want to be able to duplicate my system, and then like tailor make it to them, but still have the system that's running and working, and like, but yeah, getting this out to the people as soon as, but everything in divine timing. But yeah, lots of amazing things are going down, man. It's absolutely, I'm so blessed, so grateful, man. And I really feel like this call and coming on here with you guys, I reckon it's altered my timelines, Like I don't feel like I'd be in this situation, or even if I was in this situation, I wouldn't be as calm and grounded. Not saying that I'm calm and grounded, but but I am a lot more, and I feel like without what we've been learning over the last year or so and like implementing it, it probably would have been what's going on now too overwhelming. And like sometimes I do get overwhelmed, but through the things I've learned here with you guys, and like implemented them, yeah, there's a deep calm, a deep calm that I just need to keep reconnecting to when it gets a bit wavy and crazy. But that strength and resilience has been built up over the months, with you guys. So man, I'm really, really grateful, man, for this space. I know I haven't been on for a week, but I think you get that I'm just being busy and that, but been wanting to get on here and just send love to you, man, and let you know, man, I'm really, really grateful, man. Like that I found you, that I got introduced to you, because the changes and transformations are so deep and intangible that I can't even point specifically out, but I've just got a deep knowing that coming here and being in this space is, yeah, it's been huge in this current creation. So thank you, Jess.
You're welcome, Joe. Thank you. It's gathering together. Yeah, it's a place that we can practice. It's a place that we can practice being ourselves. Yeah, and friction sometimes shows up, and in that friction, it's like in the moment, we can learn how to deal with it with others.
Yeah,
that's happened something rather than, and that helps us see our patterns, so that when we run into friction out there away from this call, there it is. There's that pattern again. Look at it go. There's that charge. And as soon as we put awareness on it, as soon as we notice it, we're starting out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It just amazes me how the patterns find their way into your life. Like, because you might think it's just with one person, and then that person goes, but then it just amazes me how like you could be in a situation with some like unconnected person, and like the same patterns occur. It's like, wow.
It's the law of attraction. And we think we have so many patterns. We think it's so complex. We think it's so out of reach, when in all reality, there's only 2 or 3. And yes, a lot of different branches of them, but those branches show up because we only see them in specific situations.
Yeah.
And the closer we get to simple, the easier they are to see. And it's not easy changing them because it's a momentum game. It's an energy momentum. And but it's not impossible either. It's quite fun and joyful and rewarding.
Yeah. Bit of a crazy thing, Jess. My mate were telling me that I need to like be asking more, asking more for what I want, like to the universe or to whatever, yeah. And when I came back off that retreat, I was saying like I wouldn't mind doing like another convention or something or another event. And then I checked my phone, and someone that had signed up and joined with me, she mentioned that there was something going on in my hometown, Halifax. And now I've booked it, and it's on this Sunday, and I'm going to be doing this event, like, and there's going to be like hundreds of people there, like all in the spiritual community. And but like that's it. Asking it is given, man.
Mhm. And that's where saying yes to it matters. Yes, and that's where the yes and comes in.
Yeah,
Because we ask, then we start to look for it, we start to see, and yes, it comes in, but we have to be able to see it. It's that choice, Yeah, and like you said, what I listen there is that when we ask, we tend to have an expectation of how it will show up,
yeah,
what it's going to look like. Yeah. Because it started with, well, I'm going to do one, right? And all we're doing is deciphering the visions, the snapshots, the pictures, the feelings that we get in a moment.
yeah.
And the one way to say that is people can hang on to those expectations too tightly
Yeah.
and miss those opportunities to like that where, oh, there's one right here. Is this the one? Is this right for me? Yes, no, yes, go.
Well, a natural example of that in my life is when I used to think about my music and the effects, because it was what always sticks with me is people don't remember what you say, but they remember how you make them feel. So I was always like, all right, well, how do I want them to feel after like listening to the music? And it was like, yo, I want it to be like a transformational experience. I want it to be like, wow, I want to be like coming out there like a new person. But I never got too specific on like I thought like it might be with a song that I brought out or whatever, and obviously that's still to come. But then with these beats, it's like I'm providing them with these beats in their own time. They can listen to them whenever they want. It's perfectly tuned to them, and it's actually got nothing to do with me rapping or singing. Do you know what I mean? But like they're
Mm-hmm.
still getting that end product that I was desiring.
Yes, yeah.
But like I didn't know how. I just left it open, and then boom, wow, it just happened.
Mm, so cool, right? Yeah, it's like, never in your wildest dreams, I bet, did you think that it was that gonna be, it could be that way.
No, exactly.
Mm,
And the thing is, when I explain this offer to people, like a lot of people are they're like taken back by it, like it's not even real. Like wow, like and to have something like that as well, like not just a tangible result that I can give them, but something that's actually like he's literally new to the point where people haven't heard or whatever experienced anything like this. To be introducing it is just he's mad. Like, and all of the audiences that I built, it's all making sense now. Like, because and it's just having this front end offer, man, that's pulling the people in. It's
mm,
what I've always wanted.
mm,
I've always wanted
mhm.
an offer that people resonated with, and now it's just landed in my lap. But it's because I've got the eyes to see it, and the space to let it be, and my focus hasn't been getting taken away with things that's bringing me down. It's just been able to like pretty much 95% focus on this, you know, and not on like arguing and falling out and all that kind of stuff. Like I've that element's like being removed, and now it's just focusing on this, which is beautiful, man. And it's also like interesting because I was itching, you know, like I feel like when I wasn't doing this, I was like itching to do something. And without that, I don't feel like I'd have been able to like charge at this like I am doing, because I was like raring to go, really, you know. And then boom, it was like the gun went and started running, you know, full pelt.
I do.
So it's just beautiful, man. It's just beautiful. And now what I'm asking for is like people that are joining my team, they're all legends, you know. But like now I'm asking for people that are like really good at organization, because the grand vision is, you know, bringing the worldwide love revolution. And for that, there's probably going to be a bit of organizing involved. And I just want to focus on, do you know, what I'm good at. So now I'm asking for people like this to come in, you know. So let's see, man. Maybe next week I'll be like, oh my God, I've got a world-class organizer on the team now. But it's just like it can get overwhelming thinking about it. But that's why just being conscious of that and choosing to relax, and rather than making it happen, allowing it to come through me.
Oh, what it sounds like is like a new milestone. A new
Yeah, this is a big milestone. I've never been so focused and taking such clear action and been so fueled naturally to do it and be it.
So the organizer is going to take it to a new level.
Yeah. And like obviously the best organizer of them all, you know what I mean, is the universe, is God. So it's just handing it over, just learning to hand it over. And some things you just feel like you've got to figure out, but it's just getting to that point of like, you know what, just let go of it, just let it come out it wants to come. And that takes patience and resilience to not cower and just do any action. It's about letting the right true actions and hearing them, taking moving on them. Yes, Pascal in the house.
How's it going, guys?
All right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Yeah.
Good morning, Pascal.
Good morning.
Joe has been graciously sharing his passion.
Yeah, nice.
His focus, his flow, his draw, his offer, his momentum. Yeah. So all of that in the direction of progressing his passion.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we blessed on my end, brother. We blessed up. How's you and your family, Pascal?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. We're well, it's almost the end that well, about almost a month left that the my mother and father-in-law stays with us. So it's going to change a lot of things.
Why are they moving in?
No, they were here for 4 months, so they're moving back home.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so it's huge help.
Yeah.
So now we
Do you
got
not
to
want
take
them to
over.
go?
Hmm?
Do you not want them to go?
No, 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 no. They've been great, you know. And
Wow.
funny enough, my wife was worried that they would have been too much, but I'm like,
Yeah.
not at all. Really not. So
Oh. Yeah, man, that's so nice to have that extra help, you know, just
yeah,
to not have too much on his plate so we can, you know, be as relaxed and chilled as
yeah.
possible, you know?
Well, I know a lot of people. They're like, ah, my parents again, right? But for me, like, I don't know. Like, I love having parents around, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I always gravitate, like, around parents since I'm young.
Mm.
You know, like, I was going to my friend's house and then, like, I spend more time with his parents than with my friends. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
So,
You must like that motherly kind of family vibe and yeah, of course, why not?
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But every good thing has an end, right?
That's it, brother. They're gonna go back home now, mate, but you got this, no matter what, brother, you got this.
Yeah, I really think so too. But it's just, yeah, it's just been good.
So have you been doing any like daily practices?
Yeah, mostly like being present. Yeah, that's been my practice.
So
Like
what does that look
catching
like?
myself every time I'm not present.
So what does that look like for you?
Like, really, I'm doing it right now. You know, as soon as I have a thought, like I'm like, thought is not mine, and I go back to being present. You know, anything that comes to my mind, I'm like, no, I'm focusing on what I'm doing right now. You know, if I have to think to speak, then I'm not present.
That's so weird because like that's like how I naturally used to talk, and then people used to say, no, you need to think about what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Because when you think about what you're gonna say, it's so limited.
Mm,
It's limited on your perspective. Like you got all the limitation. Like it's limited on your past of what you experience. So you cannot have anything new when you're thinking.
Yeah.
If you want to say the exact same thing that you said the day before, then that's fine, you know. Keep
Yeah.
thinking, right? But for me, like, I feel like now it's like I listen podcasts, whatever, like all that stuff, but like I slow down quite a bit on this stuff because I'm like, okay, which mind am I feeding by doing that?
Mm.
Right? So, but regardless, I still listen some, and then it's kind of funny now that, like, you know, it's I don't know if it's a trying, but it's like catching yourself every time you're not present. And then if someone talks and you're in full presence, then you're like, it's like I can plug whatever I learn into the conversation, you know, without thinking. You know, I don't have to be like, oh yeah, this was so great, you know, let me see where I could fit it in, like, in today's talk. No, it just comes naturally.
So, like, say you're focusing on something, like an example of something, and then your mind gets distracted. It's like what you just acknowledge that thought, and then back to focusing on what you're focusing about.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you go down these rabbit hole and you're like, oh my God, you know, why was I thinking about this? Right? And it takes sometime a while before you catch yourself back. And, you know, it's usually when you do something mindless, right? That you've done it over and over and over. So like doing dishes, right? And you start thinking and thinking and thinking. And you're like, no, let's focus on doing dishes. Let's focus on doing dishes.
Yeah, do what you're doing. Focus on the present.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can't have any anxiety. That's the key that I learned. It's like you can't have any anxiety, stress. Everything just evaporate when you're in presence.
Yeah.
Because you're not thinking.
Yeah. In the true now. Yo, I've got a crazy story to tell you now, yeah. Went to
I'm
this
all
retreat,
ears.
talking
Yeah.
about the nowness, yeah. I went to this retreat and that, came back, went to the gym, and I go on this thing called the power plate, and it's like you stand on it and it just proper vibrates. And I would do my breathing on there, yeah. And like I put it on for 9 minutes on full blast. I'm like, like all my cells are vibrating, like loving it, yeah. Anyway, I'll just do my breathing, and about halfway through at the 4 minute point, I just got hit like with this next level like wave of energy from my heart, just so woof, like came off me, like, and I was like, whoa! I was like on my days, yeah. And I was just kept on like going into the breath, right? But that's not the craziest bit, right? The craziest bit was right at the end of it, at the end of 9 minutes, like I was doing my fire breathing, like, do you know, like, but I was like,
Yeah.
well, and then I came up. I might have come up quick. Do you know sometimes when you come up too quick and you get like the head rush? Oh my days, yo! I came up right, and like literally, it was like I was in the flipping I was in the void. Yeah, I didn't know who I was, where I was. I didn't have any thoughts in my head. It was just pure silence, right? And like. And like for 10-15, it's like my computer, it's like my body was like a system reboot, yeah. And for 10-15 seconds, I was there in the gym, but I didn't know what was going on. It's like I didn't have anything going on in my head, yeah. And then luckily after about 20 seconds, I was like, oh, I'm at the gym. Do you know what I mean? But I could have probably even knocked myself out with that, you know, with the breathing that I was doing and the movement. but like that
So
once
the
happened to me
movement
when
is it like a platform or something, or
well,
that's
no, like
moving?
I was just doing different like yoga moves, you know, like stretching and shit. But like you just literally
Okay.
sat on this plate. It's called a power plate, and
Hmm.
all my days, like, and that happened to me before at the end of a breathwork ceremony where I held my breath, but I actually knocked myself
Yeah.
out that time, and it went black, and then it came back on, and I was like, "Yo, where am I? Where am I?" And then I realized like my brother was with me. He was like, "Oh, it's all right, mate." But like that thing that happened at the gym, like I could have, I don't know, I could have flipping ended up like knocking myself out. I'm lucky that I didn't. But that felt like in hindsight, like the pure nowness. Wow.
Wow.
And I just kicked it in with breathing, bro. And like, but I was literally focused, you know, on staying present. It was the presence, you know.
Yeah.
Wow, but mad. That's mad. I told someone that story in the steam room straight afterwards, man. But he couldn't get out of my space quick enough. He thought, "Oh my god, you are crazy, boy."
Yeah.
I told him, and he was like, What did you feel?" And he was like, "Oh my god, you could just tell." Bless him. He was like, "This is too much for me."
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You know,
But
you almost
you
have
just want to
to.
share it. You want to share it. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's so good to share it with you guys that like, do you know what I mean?
And
That
you
like
can't
don't get
like,
on.
it's almost you cannot share it with words, right? Like, not to that extent that you really experienced it.
Yeah, of course, exactly. There is no words for it. It's like, yeah, to
No.
explain it to an outside person, it's like try to explain that feeling. It's just you just end up looking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, like I had like a similar experience. I knew where I was, but then it's like my energy was like so expensive that like it was filling up the room or maybe the house or something. Like it's like I couldn't feel my body. I couldn't feel my body at all. Right. In that
Wow.
sense. And it's just like, holy. And you want to always get back to this because it's such a blissful moment, right? And
Yeah.
I was able to like a few times, I think like 3 times now, but and like I don't know what triggers it. Like
Yeah,
two
yeah, yeah.
times
That's
was
it. I've always
breathing,
tried to figure out like what did I do to trigger that, you know?
and who's trying to figure it out?
The head.
Exactly, exactly.
But that's what this Kundalini teacher told me. She said, "Don't chase the feeling, you know,
No,
let the feeling come,
yeah.
whatever comes."
Isn't that an insight? Hey,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's it. When I used to go Kundalini yoga, I used to get this buzz, and I'd be like, "Yo, I want that buzz, I want that buzz," and I'd be going for that buzz, but I'd be so focused on getting that buzz that any other experiences that came up would just be overshadowed or like
yeah,
not fully recognized.
yeah. And when you expect it, then you don't get anything,
Yeah,
right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna have this beautiful setup, you know, like I'm gonna do like a long breath work, and then like I'm gonna be as relaxed as I can, and like, and then you finish the breath work session and be like, nothing freaking happened this time, you know.
mm, put too much on it.
Too much in your head, right?
Mm.
Just completely surrender to it.
Yo, but the magic is though, yeah, like when I was in that state of like peace, like I was transmitting like my current desires that I'm going for, you know, in creating what I'm creating. And the mad thing is though,
Mm.
I came back, yeah, and I had like I needed to like, you know, basically I got a message like inviting me into this next level community, yeah. That, do you know what I mean, is just going to be monumental for what I'm doing. Like that came, and then another thing that I wanted, everything that I was like trying to figure out, like how I could do it, it just all landed on my lap.
Mm.
So like not only that, but when I was going into that presence, like because when I was at the retreat, this lady was like, "Yo, do you pray or are you asking for what you want?" But then I was like, "Yeah," but she's like, "Where are you asking it from? Are you asking it from your physical head, or are you going into the zone? Are you going into the space? That's where you can really get the communication going on." Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
what I was also doing in that moment, you know. And then, bro, like came back and like magic had occurred.
Yeah, and it's only these thoughts that I don't avoid, right? Because to me, like when it's for the high, like the higher of myself and the highest of everybody else, then I'm like, okay, this is from my higher self. This is from my soul, whatever, right? And
Yeah.
it's not to be ignored. But if it's just for my benefit, then it's not for me.
Yeah.
And
That
that's the
reminds me.
difference between like, okay, I go back to the presence, or I can follow these thoughts,
Yeah.
right? If it's for the benefit of others and myself, then I'm like, okay, like it's worth pursuing, right? Like what's next?
Yeah, and what's right for everyone, that's like your heart. And then what's right just for you is like as ego. But then that's how we change the world overnight, by literally doing what is truly right. Yeah. Not just right for us in the moment or right for us to get the job promotion, but right for everyone overall. That's how we can change the world overnight,
Yeah.
literally by doing what is truly right.
Yeah.
But that's great
You got
awareness
it.
to be able to see the that's the great awareness to be able to see the difference between them, you know, and to be able to decipher the difference. And that's a big thing that like I'd love to be able to share with the world, you know, deciphering the difference between your heart talk and your ego talk, your intuition and your flipping whatever, you know, deciphering that difference, because the stronger we can make that connection and enable that connection to the heart and to intuition, like the more rapid the consciousness is gonna rise.
Yeah.
Do you notice that when you're making the choice, or is it like when do you notice that you've made that kind of a choice?
Sorry, just take me back a little bit, Craig. Just recap me what's give
Okay,
me
you
a, give
said
me
when you make a choice that's not for just yourself, make a choice
all right.
for everyone
Yeah.
versus making a choice that's for yourself. When do you notice that when do you notice that you've done that?
Like probably when I just get like I'll properly notice it when I'll just get hit with like a squirt of energy from my heart in a weird way, like do you know what I mean? Like, or just the feeling, just like a chill through my body. Like that's like a sign to me that, you know, it's a heart choice. And then based upon the feeling of it, you know, does it feel contracted or does it feel expansive?
Oh, so when we're beginning with it, it'll always be a reflection. It'll always be, oh, I say it, and then it'll feel into it, like feel it in. Does that feel right? Right? Does that feel true? And then as that progresses, you'll get to the point where you'll just already know, and it'll just be something you do, and you won't even think about it.
Exactly, the four stages of learning, the four stages, unconscious competence and vice versa. So yeah, to begin with, yeah, you might be like consciously thinking about it, but then before you know it, you just get hit with it, and it's like it's different than all the other thoughts. It's like come from a deeper place, and it's more of a light bulb, you know, and it brings like an uplift to my being as well. Like not only to have that thought, but then to like notice it, to be able to focus on it, and to keep focusing on that.
One of the best, probably the highest recognition is when it's like amazement and wonder, curiosity, like, wow, where did that come from?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
it's
yeah,
such a
yeah,
different thought. There's no way the past, the
yeah,
ego, the thinking mind could have come up with that. It doesn't happen all the time. If it did, right, you wouldn't appreciate it.
yes. And then when you're saying that though about the curiosity, that I'm getting innocence, you know, and it's just stepping into our own innocence,
Mhm.
because it's by being in the innocence that we can see, we can see the magic. Yeah, I'm doing that thing that flipping Pascal's on about, where you're not thinking about what you're talking about, but I just keep on. But it's just like, but like halfway through, I've got a pattern in my head where it'll come up and it'll say, "You've forgotten what you're talking about."
Yeah.
You've lost your
Which
train
part
of.
is that? Which one is that?
Yeah, that's the head that's trying to grasp it.
Mhm. Oh, that's your ego.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
days.
So if you don't know what you're talking about, what is that telling you? What's it protecting?
Itself.
Mhm. But there's some wound in it that it's bringing attention to. So what was your wounding? Not knowing what you were talking about.
Just like being excited about bringing a point and then losing it. But maybe that's just.
Yeah, remember that? Love
I
you,
can't
Joe.
even. I can't even remember 5 seconds ago. Something's going on. I think I'm entering into the nowness.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like with these calls, I don't think. That's as present as it's gonna get here
Yeah,
and now.
yeah, yeah.
And so we can think about like, oh, what has it different? What has it different than other places I take myself? Through the day. It's, I think it's that free of judgment.
Yeah, yeah, and I think like you guys are so receptive for whatever I'm gonna say that I have no limitation on myself. That's a big one because like a lot of places or a lot of people that surround me, I wouldn't be able to talk like this. Well, I could, but it wouldn't be received.
Yeah.
And then what would that mean? If it's not being received, right? Then you wouldn't belong. yet it was a pattern that you attracted as a way to fit in where you landed, right? That's so amazing.
Yeah.
And you think about it, it's like if we're wanting to belong and we're putting these fakeness up in an area to belong, oh, how disingenuous is that to living?
Yeah. No, for
And
sure.
yet, and we think that's the right way to, like, if I go back to, no, really, they're the crazy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, it's that self-editing, isn't it? Which is taking up the brain power to like be the filter of to what we want to say and express. But obviously we don't need to edit here. We can just, you know, speak what's coming through. So we're not having to edit to make people feel comfortable. Because that's probably what it is when we're going into this. It's like an uncomfortable feeling in the other, as to say, like, you know, because they're not necessarily getting that inner deep connection that everyone, I think, craves. But we've just not got a clear path to it being given yet. Oh, we have, but just been overwhelmed.
So yeah, for me is I'm always true to myself with everyone, around me, but most of the time is less in volume. So I bring my true self, whatever I'm sharing here, but in small quantities so it can be received, right? Because it's almost like, yeah, the person is not hungry, but like you're feeding them like 3 ribeyes and like potatoes and then carrots and everything else, and then I'm not hungry, you know? So for me, it's just a waste of energy.
Thank you.
And Pascal, I hear that as you're listening to them.
Yeah. But as soon as I see like a little crack that I can, you know, I can make them think differently or, you know, have a little insight, and then I'll fit it in, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's why yes and encourages the genius. It gives the energy, this, like, yes, I want to hear what you're saying and tell me more. And it's like, oh, how hard is that if we're going to invest in conversation anyway?
Yeah, I got this from this conversation. When you're focused on what you want to be delivered, what you want to be received by someone else, it can be inauthentic. Whereas if you're in receiving mode yourself and you just share what comes or what shows up, it's a very different experience.
Yeah, I'm getting constrained and expansive.
Yeah, yeah. It's like there's an expectation.
Like, I think it can't expectations a good thing. It's just when we're attached to it. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when we're
I don't
focused
know.
on it, maybe.
I don't know if there's a good thing for expectation.
No, because it limits us, right? Oh, I expect that it's gonna be this way.
So a way
Yeah.
to expand that would be to say, I'd love it this way, or anything. Do you know what I mean? Or qualities like this that I'm unaware of. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like opening it up to the universe. So it's not saying I just want this, or something even better. Do you know?
No, like here, I think it's the conditioning of expectation, the
Yeah.
pattern of expectation that's so ingrained that it probably happens so far under the surface. So exactly what you said, Joe, could, like, is a magical word that releases anything about expectations. So you could work with could in the expectation, and just by the tension of that, right, just the automatic of that opens all the spaces for it. And again, it comes into where you're at your practice of it.
But like expecting in a general sense, like expecting the light to turn on when you turn it on, expecting to wake up in the morning, expecting to when you turn on the oven for it to come on, like it's so,
It's like you're putting a stress on you. You're putting stress on you that, like, even like, oh, I'm expecting to wake up tomorrow.
well, I think like Jesse says, it's a deep unconscious expectation. Like there could be the fear of, oh no, like, do you know what I mean, tomorrow's not promised. But it's like when we're expecting things that we want to create to happen and we get attached to them. But like that expecting it feels like quite a strong magnet. Because as well, then, like Kevin Trudeau talks about, like being in anticipation, like, you know, the Christmas presents under the tree, you can see it, you know, you're going to open it tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Or whenever it comes. But by being in that anticipation, it's raising your frequency and raising your vibration to be able to receive it.
I like that, Joe. I like the anticipation versus expectation.
Mm.
And I've got to go ahead.
Go on, brother.
I was going to say I have to go back and recreate, use my own words that I've used. It's like it's not expectation. It's not the word that's good or bad, right? It's our attachment. It's our meaning to it. It's how we use it, how we see it.
Yeah.
That's the limitation to it. Yeah.
That's it. If we're a little kid and our parents are saying you're expected to be like this, expected to be like that, then we're defining it and putting meaning to that word expectation that's got quite like feeling like negative connotations. But like, yeah, so it's what meaning have we attached to it? And expectation, yeah, it's kind of got it kind of does feel like an old word kind of vibration. Especially with the slower vibrations attached to it. Like if you can be expectant, but in a high, divine, unattached way, I think there's power in that, but it's being attached to it and then holding on to it and not being able to get anything else because your hands are closed. But yeah,
Right
something
at
I'd like
6
to
o'clock.
share is what someone shared with me. I mentioned it earlier on. Is like she was saying, I've got to start asking more for the things, you know, that I'd love in my life. And she was saying like simple things like I'll just ask to see a butterfly or whatever, and you know, little things like that. But then obviously, as your belief increases, asking for bigger and bigger things. Asking it is given, man.
Why is it our tendency that we're going to ask for the biggest and greatest thing first when we learn something new?
Well, I think with what we're wanting to create, it's very important that we find the sweet spot. And when we're thinking about what we want, if we're not getting a good feeling, it might be just slightly too big and out of range. So it's finding something in line with that. So say you want to like lose 5 stones of weight, that goal, like thinking about it, it might be like, just it might not give a good feeling. So then it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to focus on losing half a stone over the next month, you know. And it's like, yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, I can get behind that. And then by doing it, that increases belief and confidence, and then you can increase your dream size. All right, so I've lost half a stone. Right, I'm going to go for a stone now, you know, or whatever. But yeah, getting that sweet spot. So whatever goal you've got like a really good feeling about it, you know. And I think that I have got that tendency and pattern to go further ahead.
Yeah, I came to this realization like a few days ago that, you know, everything I create in my life was based on my limitation. And that's how we create. We create based on our limitation. And because we don't know who we are. We still, like, even though we talk about like, oh, I'm not my physical body, I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my emotion, I'm not this, I'm not that. Like, our subconscious is still running the show, which is 95, 97% of like what's run our life. So, because if we really know who we are, then we're limitless. So everything that comes, and it's like, oh yeah, it's too big. It's too big. I can't create this. It's too big. Or it wouldn't happen. Because when you know, you tangibly know. Why people like from NDE, they become so different. Because they're tasting who they really are. I'm pretty sure like Craig can testify that.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Right, you have a taste of it, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh.
But it's not so much a who, as it is a what.
Of what we are,
Yeah, because who is about identity,
right?
and what is that I'm an eternal soul being that's having a temporary experience here. So having a temporary identity. So you kind of realize the truth of that. That doesn't mean that you don't develop one, but it's a different perspective on it. Like it might be a little more obvious to me who's running the show. Like, is it that eternal soul that's running the show, or is it a
Limitation.
temporary part of me that's running the show? Yeah, the part that's limited.
Yeah.
Which is always the ego, right?
Yeah.
Separate, yeah.
Well, it's the identity. It's the who we think we are, right? That ends up taking over. I mean, and that was true in my case too.
So like this is how we can decipher the difference between the ego and the intuition. If we can dial in on that and get that really clear. And then also
the intuition has a really broad perspective. You know, like you mentioned, is this good for me, but also good for everybody else? That's the broad perspective that I'm talking about.
And that's the intuition powered by the heart, or is intuition just purely powered by heart?
I don't see a difference in that question.
Do you see intuition and the heart as the same thing?
No, I don't. No, I don't see it as the same thing. I see it as the channel.
They're connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the connection.
The 2 points.
The doorway, if you want to call it. Here, let me go as simple as I can with it. Most people are operating from their identity ego as the primary driver, as the hierarchy, as the boss. And so intuition is taking a back seat, a second place.
Yeah.
Maybe even a third place next to feelings. So my thoughts and feelings are driving the show. Intuition is down below.
Oh my God, that's beautiful, Jesse. Flipping egg, that is beautiful. So there's like walls in between. You know what I mean? The intuition. So it's like removing them walls.
I go up. So I think of it as up, like a hierarchy, and one is suppressed. As children, we suppress the intuition that was driving the show once the words took over.
Yo, Pascal, hit me, bro. Hit me, Pascal.
I got him. I got you. So I think of it as a hierarchy.
Yeah.
And when we first start out as children, as babies, like the innocence, the intuition is the only one that can be there. And it's connected to the feelings. So it's like the feelings are in the middle always.
Yeah.
And intuition was at the top. And so it was like that was the communication channel that we all started with.
Yeah, that's the beauty. It's like we all started with that, and then it's all been like taken away from us by society and silenced. But that's why it's
Flipped.
always there. We've all had that.
Yep.
So it's remembering that feeling, remembering that innocence, and remembering that unlimitedness. And that's a big point there. Like, go on.
We had no words to describe it, so it's only in the feeling.
Yeah.
Because the words that so thinking about it as they flipped, so it did flip, like the ego and the intuition heart flipped as the driver, as the guidance, somewhere around age 7.
Yeah.
And we never, like, right, as you're thinking about it, the world's telling you all these things, and it's not like they told you one time and then it was like that took priority, but it happened experience after experience after experience. Then you started giving it the attention and saying, oh, this one, the ego, is the one that needs to be driving. Whatever this other thing is, I need to get away from it.
Yeah. And it's also like learned behavior, because that's what everyone else in society is doing and encouraging.
Yeah, that's where the times we find ourselves in, meaning I don't think it was always that way.
And that's
and we pick up all the language that goes with that too, right?
Yep. Yep.
We define ourselves. We start saying, I am this or I am that, and taking on labels because everybody else around us is doing the same thing all the time.
Structures. Yeah, structure. So we inherit this structure and the tensions that go with them.
Yeah. Words are spells, vibrations, boxes.
It's not the words, it's the feelings we've attached to them, the charges that are attached to them. That's the spell.
Yeah.
So that's getting back to innocence. We always talk about getting back to innocence. Really, what it is like, so that the innocence can be at the top, right? Then it's like the feelings in the middle, and then the ego is still at the bottom, but the ego's there to interpret, to bring things into existence, to create the words around it. So it has to be there too. It just doesn't need to be the driver.
Mm.
But the absurd thing about all of this is that really we want the innocence to be driving the car.
Yes,
but that makes no sense. Like, how would you put a baby in the wheel of an automobile? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think that's a good metaphor.
So, if would innocence not just be another passenger, like the ego?
Yes. Now, I don't know, how about an adult that knows how to drive, that can be present in driving? Would you want them in innocence, knowing where they're going, taking care of everyone around them through love? Would you want that person driving?
Maybe if they were guided like by someone, like they could innocently be driving, but getting directions of someone that knew.
I mean, shit. I mean, so it's better that someone driving in their ego and anger and frustration is a better driver than someone that knows where the hell they're going. They're calm and peaceful and knows how to drive.
Yeah, no, it's calm and peaceful. That's going to be more
I don't know why I don't know why we'd have to put a baby in a driver's seat. Like, no sane person would do that.
Yeah, but I mean innocence.
Innocent doesn't mean we're babies.
Well,
That's where it gets a bad name.
Yeah, but that's where you started the story.
I told the story of how they flip-flopped, yes.
Yeah, but you started the story as a baby knowing all that.
Mm-hmm. And in reality, we would never put a baby in a driver's seat. So why would we use that as an example?
Because the baby's in the driver's seat when we start.
Of life, yes.
Okay, as you
But
guys were
but
talking,
the innocence is so deep though, like that we as in our heads think, oh my God, that's crazy. But like you said, an ego driving, angry, like, yeah, he just thinks it's in control, but he's probably got less control than if it was in the innocence, not just the pure innocence of not being completely clueless. But innocence in openness and flexibility and being in love, because innocence is grounded in love. I'd feel you can't be innocent if you're in fear. I don't know.
You're right.
Yeah, it can be difficult to find it again.
Yeah. A community around focusing on remembering that innocence, that genius. I think that could result in a lot of beauty in people's lives and the world.
Thanks for asking.
For sure.
It feels different on these calls now. I don't know, I just feel like I've got more space in myself. Space to move.
That's a good thing, right?
Oh yeah, he's good, all right. He's terrific.
Good.
Yo guys, I was telling Jesse earlier on before when I came on the call, yeah. But I've got an idea coming through, like that I want to be bringing. And what I'm feeling is I want to create an offer around in the health space, in the holistic health space, and I want to assist in people that have already got practices or that want to set up their own healing frequency holistic practice, yeah. And I want to basically, like, obviously create our own and smash it and blow it up, but then also for people that want to do that, I want to add it onto the practice that they've already got like create it so it's pretty much like a lot of it's done for them, and they can just step into it and get providing the services with people, and yeah, bringing it out, but then also like getting it all created for them, the websites, everything, you know, so it's like boom, they can just start this, and then like next week, once they've gone through all the training and that, be ready to launch and like be providing people with these binaural beats to begin with, that people are getting like next level results from, and basing a practice around that, and really enabling and amplifying people that are in that space. Yeah, that's really coming through to me, creating an offer around that. So I just want to share that with you, and if you've got anything to say about it, or any thoughts or anything coming up, or any feelings, I'd love to hear.
That's too big. Like that one?
Pascal.
Well, it feels good to me, so it must be kind of in the sweet spot. I could obviously expand it further, but yeah, it is. That's what I mean. It's big. It feels big, and it can kind of feel a bit overwhelming to me sometimes, you know. So yeah,
no, I like it. I really like it. Yeah, what you're doing, it's not like, oh, you got to change your practice, do something completely different. It's just to add on, right? So it's the yes and, right? So like something like, oh, you're healing your patient, but would you like to exponentially like help them even more, even though like you're not healing them, you're just kind of removing the garbage so like they can heal themselves, right? So yeah, I really like it. What came to me like when you guys were talking like maybe like 5 minutes ago is the order of creation. So I mentioned that quite a few times, like, so desire, intention, thoughts, emotion, action, and behavior. And it's to recognize, how do you create? Are you changing that order? Like, are you like creating based on your fear, which is your emotion, so like it's in the middle, or you're creating that innocence, which is your desire, really, it's what comes out at the top. So it's really recognizing like, oh, where are you located? And like every time you're creating, are you creating based on, you know, your thoughts, or your behavior that you've done that before or whatever. So really to kind of look into this. So I think it's a good way of seeing, in the same time, is it good for everyone, or it's just for myself? And like, I think like Jesse said it just in a different way. And I see it like just by the order of creation, kind of same thing. It's just like, you know, different word, I guess. So it's to recognize every time like, oh, well, I've got this emotion that comes up and I want to create on that, and really looking at like, is it really a desire of me? And is it based on my intention, or like, it's just like, I'm feeling this because of my limited belief or whatever, right?
So Joe, what also was there was that you didn't say it this time, you said it earlier, was around this gives people Let me see. It's a tool that brings a lot of people in. And for the market to your experience, your space, that is what people will want. All the other things that are a result of it are perfect. Like they fit into it because it is good for everyone. You're seeing amazing results. So what it is like this is a way people can attract people to their offer, get that to know them. That to me, I think in that online space is one of the most valuable things, isn't it?
It is for me. That initial contact is really important.
Yeah. And then it's a low energy offer that people, you said in one moment of listening to their beats, not only one, do they get something immediately, they get something tailored for them. And second, they see a difference, especially if you help them, they see a difference in their living. Like, oh my God, how do you not build trust instantly with that? And even if they don't get anything, right? You still built trust with them, even if they don't continue with you. So, wow, like to me, that is just a name catcher, a market catcher.
And we already see that, like Magnetic Mind, like a lot of courses that I've been taking. The people that takes these courses are usually health practitioners. Right, so they're already in the field. They're like looking for that kind of thing already.
And it's good for those that aren't even looking for it, right? Know what they're looking for. As we know, meditations are beginning to really take off, and like in a way this offer is around how they can do that just listening to music. So what's there for me, Joe, is just to focus on the simple, right? The big simple value, because I can hear getting all wrapped up in a huge big offer of all the places that this could go, and staying focused on the, if it is for you, marketing, like to market, to attract markets. If that's the focal point, I think there's so much can fall underneath of that as what you were working with, and may help staying away from overwhelm. And so when you need guinea pigs, ready. I'm ready.
Yeah. I mean, I've got something on my phone. It's way more than just binaural beats, and like nothing. I mean, I don't think like your program, whatever, is just binaural beat. It's just like a taste of it. But I bought like, I think it was probably like 4 years or 5 years, a subscription to Newcom, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, well, first of all, like they bring you to like all different states, and then at the end of the song, like they bring you back, and then like I fell asleep so many times on that, and not by my will. It's just it completely changed you, and then it brings you back, and then right before the end, like you wake up, and it's an expensive thing, but I use it every day, and so there's that. But I can just imagine like you have that. I had this thought, and I was like, you have this, and you combine with breath work. Holy.
Yeah, exactly. So they're getting on with the binaurals. They're loving it. They're doing the breathing with it, but they're all just doing it in their own time and place. Like if we get a 21-day group where it's like, right, we're actually going to do this together. You know, we're going to combine and synergize these things, because I say a lot of people have just got to eat one thing, but we're taking loads of next level things and putting it all together, constructing it all into like a next level thing, but also making it one step at a time. So they'd come in with the binaural beats, and then if they really loved that, then they could progress to that thing that you're on about. And I love the sound of that, and definitely like this isn't like the end product. This is just like the prototype in progress, and I've got ideas of making it my own and customizing it further. But then hearing what you're saying, there's like other things that they can also progress to, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
So
like the
combining it
thing,
all
like I
together.
never tried it with breathing, because most track that I follow, they already have like some sort of noise behind it, right?
Yeah.
So, but I can just imagine that you combine this with like binaural beats, or or the stuff I'm talking about, like, holy, that must be
Yo,
extremely powerful.
the crazy thing with this technology we've got, Pascal, yeah, is it's based off a vocal tone. So it's seeing where your current frequencies are, yeah, and then it's bringing them into harmony, right? By adding the frequencies that's going to bring them into resonance, okay? But in the future, you're going to be able to add your own music to it. So that music that you listen to, you'll be able to send that to me, and I'll be able to add frequencies to it as well. So there's another way straight away that we're combining the two together. So you
Right.
could take that music that you're listening to, and then I could get the frequencies added to it, you know, that's going to also bring, so it's going to make it even more personalized and tailor-made.
Uh,
But yo,
yeah,
Pascal,
that,
man, I'm gonna message you, yeah, and I'll get you a beat over. I'd love to get your feedback, and because you've got something else to be comparing it with as well, you know.
yeah, for sure.
So I'll get that done, man. I'll message you, and we'll get that ball rolling, yeah. Because I'd love to get your feedback on it, you know, doing what you do, but with those beats, man. That'll be exciting to hear.
Yeah, and then lately, like, I've been trying not to fall asleep on it, and then be just present. Because most of the time, it's just like, if I just relax, I fall asleep. It's automatic. Like, it's just, But then like you can't do it. That's another thing. Like I cannot do it. Like say 4 hours before I go to bed because like I'll be awake all night.
Right.
It's that powerful. It's absolutely crazy. So they say like 20 minutes of that. It's like I think it's like 3 hours of deep sleep. And I'm starting to believe in it. I'm like, well, they say like they take 6 months to a year to build one track.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very fine-tuned science, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But you know, like you don't. To me, it's not about changing what's already created, right? It's to add on. So if you pair that like with breathing, like I said, like oh, I can just imagine.
Yeah, binaural beats actually it rebalances the left and right hemispheres of your brain.
Right.
So it's physiological, but it's also nervous system attunement, and you know, a whole bunch of other stuff is kind of thrown in there too.
Yeah. So I feel like you combine that with breathing, like you'll be, you know, the outer space that you felt when you were in that breathing session with that vibration and whatnot. I feel like you'll get there at will. I don't know. That's my feeling.
Yo, Jesse, my mate's coming in now, so just look out for him, yeah? I got a friend coming in onto this call now.
Okay.
So cool.
He's got something to share.
Love to hear.
Joe.
Yeah, so basically, this is Denovan. He's just joined up into the Solex thing that I'm doing, yeah. But apparently he's made me a little video, like a little gift, and he wants to see like my reaction to it. So like he's gonna share the link, and if you can, yeah, we'll watch it on here. This little 3-minute video to share the screen, and I thought we could do it together if you want. It's like a little yeah.
It's a little joint co-celebration. Yeah.
That's it. Why not? He wanted to jump on a Zoom with me, and I'm like, well, I'm on one right now, mate. Come and say hi. But you're gonna love Denovan, man. You're gonna love, like, you've already met him, man. He was in my super conscious community for like 3 months when I was running it. So yeah, and now he's joined up with this, and he's proper into, like, he's growing his businesses and stuff. So like I'm loving it, because we're gonna be able to work alongside each other, you know, with the same common goal.
Yeah. That's the new structures.
Yeah.
Passion structures. Ooh, I like that. Passion structures. Purpose structures.
Yeah, I like that too.
Passion structure.
Passion structures, yeah.
Let me just put that in the group.
Yeah, let me know when you're sharing it so I can pull over.
Will do. It'll take a little while to get it set up for that. There we go.
Yeah,
Denovan.
no worries.
I'm gonna mute you, Pascal.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, bud. Hi, Denovan.
Hey, Denovan.
Yeah.
Excited to see you all. Absolutely buzzing.
Good, man. Welcome.
So yeah, I was just
Yeah, boy.
love and light, everyone. So yeah, I just wanted to share what I've just done today. It just literally just finished it. Only took me a few minutes. It's pretty familiar to a video that you've already seen, but just my own little version of it. So I'll just quickly if I send it to who's able to play it through the Zoom. It's probably the best way to do it. Who's
Yeah. Just put it in the chat, and Jesse will play it.
Okay. You want to stream it with the audio and video.
Okay.
That's all aligned, yeah?
Yeah, there's a button at the bottom. It says include audio. So when you share the screen, you can just pick that.
Hopefully the sound all works.
Looks like it. Let me get back to that.
Donovan's in the house. Yo, bro, I didn't know you
go.
were free during the day, man. You should get on these calls if you're about, brother. 1 till 3 every day, all right?
Yeah, usually I'm not. Just today I had a day off, so I was plugging away on this. I didn't realize you had a call going on. I hadn't checked the messenger or anything.
Yeah, these
Donovan,
calls
are
every
you-
day, mate. These calls every day, 1 till 3, all right? So anytime you're off, yeah, or you can, and like Pascal listens to it when he's at work, you know, he's just got his headphones on. So, like, you know,
Sure. Okay, cool.
fireplace. Yo, man, this is crazy, bro. I'm excited, man. Oh, my days. What have you done now, boy?
Well, hopefully it comes across as good as I like. I was hoping, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, are you able to play it? So it's going to look.
How- you guys now? Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see the whole? Let's see. Do I need to make it a bigger screen? I'm on my phone doing this, so first time I've ever done this.
oh, nice. Doing it. All right, you just hit play, man.
Okay.
Maybe it will work better if you open it on the app, on your YouTube app. So. I can't see anything.
Wait, are you on your laptop, Donovan?
I'm on my computer, so
Yeah, perfect. Yo, Jesse, could you just make Donovan an admin or whatever you have to do? One second, Donovan, brother. Yeah, if you just make Donovan a finger, then Donovan, you just share your screen, yeah?
cool.
I thought you were on your laptop, Jesse, my bad.
The suspense.
So all my days, man, how you feeling? You literally joined up last night, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Just last night managed to go through the process and get it all done. So yeah, buzzing, man, buzzing. Right,
Have you been going through? You should be on now. You should be on.
Right. So.
So this is live as well, Donovan. Yeah, we're live on YouTube as well right now.
Everything has a frequency, even our bodies. The body cells can create and receive energy. This energy is information that functions through sending and receiving specific frequencies.
Is the screen meant to be white?
When these
I can't see anything, no.
become mixed up, right, okay. So does the body's ability to self-regulate and maintain healthy function. We begin to feel. So hang on, you're not seeing that. Okay.
No.
It's a white screen.
Let me try again. Hang on.
But I can hear it though, and it sounds flipping mega.
Hang on a minute. For some reason, it's not letting me share my desktop. So I've only got the option to share whiteboard or Finder pictures. Hang on, advanced. files, apps. For some reason, it's not letting me share my desktop.
Have you got the settings, Jesse, so they can have full capabilities? Is he
He's
admin? Full admin.
He's host. He's host. Yeah.
Yeah, usually that would enable me to share my desktop.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a bit of a down.
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah. Let's just try it with me now, yeah. Just make me host. We'll all just play pass the parcel with the host, yeah, and I'll just try do it third time lucky, yeah. But if not, we'll put it in the group, Donovan, yeah. But wow.
Yeah, let me just,
we're playing pass the parcel with host, all right?
The other opportunity is obviously you can all just play it on your own screens if you can, and just react to it. But yeah.
Let me just try do it now, yeah. Let me just try share it on my end. Right, I'm host. Box photo document.
So if you can share your desktop, you want to click on those two boxes that optimize audio and visual or video.
1 second. Oh, I had it working then. Was it working then for you?
No, I didn't see anything.
It came up on my screen.
Yeah, it was. We're seeing your ad right now.
Yeah.
Right, perfect. Right, I've got it working. Yeah, 2 seconds.
We're not seeing anything, Joe. If you started, there we go. That's something else.
All my days, guys, yo, you can't see it, but all my days, yo, it's crazy, yo. Donovan, what the heck have you done, mate? He's just pumped out like some next level video. He's just pumped out some next level video ad in like all my days, yo, Den, man. Flipping heck, bro.
No. I've stolen it from the actual. It's a normal intro video, so I don't know if you've seen that already, but they've already got one.
But you don't understand, right? Like I was saying to the ladies, yeah, I was saying, look, this video's awesome, the content's awesome, but no offense to my American friends, but it's just too much American cheese going on, and the music was just devastating. It was just cheese. And I was like, I need this video, man. I need it. Like, and you've just smashed. Oh my God. And you sound amazing on it. Oh my God. Yo, he's just pumped out this next level ad, guys. Yeah. But he's just taken all the cheesiness away from it. And it's just, oh my days. This is how this video was meant to be. Donovan, I knew it. You flipping genius, man. Genius.
Yeah, Donovan, you do have a radio voice, you know.
Oh, thank you. Well, I thought that I would get that kind of reaction from Joe, so I thought that'd be great. I don't know, because you were probably recording this, are you? You recording this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's recorded, and I'm going to share the link. We'll share the link in the comment, hopefully, to the actual live stream so people can see what I'm going crazy over. But I've only seen the first 30 seconds, and I am mesmerized.
Yeah.
Bro, like, what have you gone and done, man? When I show this to the ladies, they're going to be like, oh my days.
So
I'm getting a proper buzzing in my ear right now. Proper buzzing's coming through. A little frequency.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All my days, guys. It's on like Donkey Kong.
So yeah, there's a possibility. I mean, the only downside is because I haven't recorded it with a proper mic or anything, so the voice quality isn't as good as it would, ideally would be. But it does a trick. So that's exactly what I saw when I saw the video. I thought, great video, but again, it's just too cheesy and doesn't fit like the UK market. So I figured that would help. So
Mate, he's just done that. Like, he's only joined up at 12 o'clock last night. He's only been in for like 14 hours. And he's already pumping out flipping next level videos, bro.
sweet. Well, I could actually do it as well in different. We could do different voices over it as well. So we could do it to appeal to different people. So
This is why I love you, Denovan, because I know, mate. We seriously, like, this is it. Wow, this is it. Denovan's got this head on him, you know. Like, he's got the same visions to bring this to the world. And what I love about Denovan as well, man, he's like, he's really focused on like bringing this to communities that can't necessarily afford it, like taking this technology into like a tribe of people that, do you know what I mean, can't afford it, and Denovan's always thinking of ways to like make this possible, you know. And I love that, because I do really feel like we're only as strong as his weakest link, you know. And like, you just got that, just that drive and that heart and that passion, man, to serve and to flipping, you know, and like everything else that you're on with. And I'm just so glad that I found this, and it all just lines up with everything that we're doing, you know. Because obviously, if this was some other offer that you didn't feel in your heart, you'd be like, yeah, Joe, sounds good, but do you know what I mean? But there's just something about this, in it, these frequencies, and being able to bring people into harmony, help them enter it. It's a real soulful, like, blatantly obvious thing to be getting involved with, man. And I'm just so buzzing, man, to be with you guys, because like, I know together, whew, like the magic and miracles we bring in, you know what I mean? The magic lasts for moments, but the miracles last forever, yeah. And that's what we're bringing, baby. And like, seriously, without these guys here, mate, I don't think I'd be here. Like, you know, with this clarity, with this focus, with this, I wouldn't have been able to hit it as hard as I hit it, Denovan. Because, you know, another part of the appeal, yeah, even if it was subconscious, was that you've seen me posting, and you've seen every Tom, Dick, and Harry wanting this shit. You know, you've seen the demand as well, haven't you?
Yeah. It's
And
definitely.
that's it. We're coming to step in and fulfill this demand now, my brother. And like, oh my God, I'm just so blessed to be connected with you guys.
Well, yeah, I'm really, really blessed. But I'm also gonna have to like love you and leave you, like, because actually I promised my other half that I'll take her into town. So
Yes, then, no, big love, bro, man. Sorry we couldn't watch it properly, yeah, but I've seen the intro. I'm gonna share the video. People are gonna see it, and yeah, we're all gonna see it anyway, because we're gonna upload the smithereens out of this. You have a nice time with the other half, yeah. I love you, mate. All right. It was really funny though, because when he joined up, I was like, "Yo, Denovan, I love you, right?" But his missus heard on the voice note, and he's thinking like, "Who is this man? Who is he?"
you were heavy breathing as well, though, at the same time. Like, I don't know, not intentionally, but like.
I just walked up a hill, mate. I just walked up a hill, and it was raining.
you
But you're listening to it next to your missus, and she's like, well, who is this? What's he doing? I love you. All right. Peace out.
Bye, Denovan. Thanks
Love
for
you,
stopping by.
Right on, man.
See you guys.
Bye. Oh, awesome. Well, let's yeah. I'll play around with it, see if I can put it on here afterwards. If not,
It's weird,
I'll
it's not playing.
yeah. I can go to my computer at the end of it too, and then I can edit it in YouTube so that I can include that together. So
Yeah, wow. Yeah, we can end it on that. We can share that link as well in the comment to the live stream as well. But point is, mate, yeah, all my days. Look at this, the magic and miracles carries on. Yo, I've got people in the Gene Key community. I've got a community of like, well, I ain't got it, but I'm in it, and there's 20,000 Gene Key members, yeah. And I've been giving out binaural beats like a madman. And now all these Gene Key people, they're all coming at me, man, and they're all proper in this space, yo. Like, oh my days. So like this call, man, we need to think about like what kind of size and capacity we want to be taking it to, because everyone that's coming through, they're like, could very easily end up on this call.
Hey, can we
Alright.
just stop a minute and honor that? You said the magic and the miracles continue on. I want to honor that. Because isn't that something that we're learning to count on?
Trust
We
in
start,
the
it
magic
just
and
keeps
miracles.
going. It just keeps going. All we got to do is start it.
Supernova. This is a
Yep.
supernova taking place right now.
Yeah.
Exponential expansion at infinite speed. Ooh, put that in a rhyme and smoke it. Oh shit, I've forgotten it as soon as I said it. I'll have to definitely listen back to that bad boy.
Exponential expansion at infinite speed, I think you said. Or was it infinite?
Exponential expansion at infinite speed. Exponential expansion at infinite. Oh my god, that's a line. That's a sentence I've never heard before. Infinite speed. Yo, put that into a rhyme. Your exponential expansion at infinite speed. So it's time to put down all the bullshit and greed. And now we're gonna come along, gonna plant the seed. You are infinite consciousness. Come along and be. Come on. Woo! Oh, oh man. Can't take it anymore. I swear down, I feel like I'm about to blow up. I need to ground these energies, man. Maybe that was part of the song.
Yeah.
Oh my days, but you don't know, guys, man. Like, there's people are like promoting this format. People are sharing it with their friends format. People are sending people in. The way this is growing is just absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, I've been automating the process last night to like take a lot of the stuff out of it, out of the equation. But like I want to. This is going to be crazy. Like the way I'll be able to literally be pumping out hundreds, maybe thousands of beats a day. But I just need to get it like I'm building the teams and stuff, building it, because I know a lot of the people I'm going to be bringing into it. They're not necessarily going to want to do the stuff I've been doing. So that's why I'm gonna get that part outsourced for them, so they can just focus on the thing that they love, which is getting networking and reaching out to people and giving people something that's going to be of value to them, you know. So all my days, it's coming together, man, like never before.
So let's just create the process, the flow chart, right? As a market, as an audience, as an individual. They get the beat, right? They get the beat, they listen to it, they change, there's transformations, there's trust built. And then what's next for them?
Well, within the actual company, you'd advance it and you'd say, okay, we're going to do a deeper scan. Like you could maybe like charge for that, or I could just obviously still do it for free. And then it progresses to them wanting to, like, you know, if they want, they can get the app and have it in their life, you know, so then they don't have to wait for me to make it. They can just make it in real time. And then they can also, then it can extend to them having it and promoting it and bringing it to people. But then also just by having it, like you don't even need to do the promoting of it and the sharing of it to like grow a team. You could literally just make a business by just utilizing the technology as it is. So for example, the thing that I'm giving away for free, Like people charge like £25 plus for that. Okay. So I'm giving that away as a free gift, right? But I could be charging for that. Anyway, what am I saying now? So yeah, so that's it. So I'm giving that away. And then but then so I could make a package. So it's like when they come in, like I'm giving them a free beat, and then a week later it's like, right, okay, get an updated beat, because obviously our frequency keeps on changing, right? So and then but I could make a challenge. Like I could just literally like say, okay, well I'll give you 4 beats a week, 4 beats a month, and you can join the community, and there's gonna be Zoom calls and all this stuff, and all of that would actually have nothing to do with Solex. I wouldn't be giving them any money, for that. Like Solex would be more like a secret sauce ingredient in the background, you know. So I really want to create more of like a individual offer kind of brand utilizing that technology, but we don't even need to necessarily like be growing teams, or that just happens naturally. So yeah, the natural process is, do you want to be, yeah, I want to be, cool, give me this info, get that info, there's your beat, enjoy your beat, boom, do you want to learn more? Yeah, I want to learn more. Okay, well, this is what else you can do with it. These are other products that are all lined up with it. And then also there's an opportunity for you to, provide this service to people. But not only that, but literally mirror the simplified process that I've like come across to mean that they can grow at whatever speed and rate they want, even if they've got 0 friends on Facebook. Yes, I want to make it really, really simple. And then from that, then it's growing the team, and then it's building an army of like nurses and doctors and beautiful souls that want to uplift the frequencies and enter into harmony together, building that army of people doing and duplicating what I'm doing, but with their own angle. So all my days, there's a lot going on, man. But like everything that I'm doing, whether it's like when they join, I can give them a post and say post that, and that's for free. Do you know what I mean? But then if they want to like really bump it up, then I'll be doing ads, and I'm gonna have. I've already got like a pretty much like infinite flow of leads coming in every day. If I had any more coming in, it'd probably be too overwhelming. I'm probably getting as much as I can handle. But like once I be able to turn it up and systemize it more, I'm gonna hand it over. So I'm not just everything that I've figured out and developed, I'm just gonna be giving that to everyone. So it's like they're getting a quantum leap head start, because what I'm figuring out and doing is from like years of, learning about this, years worth of realizations to this point, and then I'm just giving it to where I'm at. So yeah, I don't know if that answered your question, but yeah, it's good to vocalize it.
What part of it what part don't you, let's say you're at a capacity right now, right at a capacity, what part of it needs to be designed or handed over next?
Well, I've got the part nailed where people are coming in, getting the beat, and I've got the videos that I send them, and it's all like really systemized. But now it's taking it, the people that are interested and want to learn how to do it themselves. I need to like come up with that.
Would you call that an offer? Would you call that a course? Would you call that what would you call that?
It's an offer that's including a course, a community, and support. But then we're going to be combining like all this stuff that we've learned, like with the super conscious recodes and stuff, because as we're going to be growing this team, we're going to all have as money blocks and as fear of successes and as resistance, and we're going to be able to shift together, So like by joining the team, they're not just creating like a business, that they love, but they're also like, as a byproduct and being part of the community, they're also going to be like literally doing what we were saying, which is stepping into their infinite nature, you know, because that's what's going to be encouraged, you know, like stepping into the flow, you know, not pushing it, just going with the flow, with the ease. Yes, please.
So what part of this do you want to do? Yeah, I mean, I know
I
all of
like,
it, right? But it's like your passion part of it is which part of it?
yeah, well, there is resistance to like actually when it comes to making the beats. Like that's why because I mean it's like a
That's the
5 minute.
organization. That's the organizational side of it, right? That's the
I mean, I can
structured
do it
thing
and I
to it.
enjoy doing it, like, but it's just I do find myself procrastinating on that. But like I find myself easily replying and getting back to people and getting them into the
Yeah.
process. So I've got everything needed for me
I
to make
don't
the
how
beat.
how about you and me? Well, let's at some point let's set up. I want to I'll come in and see what it works, what you're doing with it, right? And see what's there.
Yeah, please, man, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. And then
I'd love that.
we'll
I'd
look
love
at
that.
we'll look at capacity. We'll look about like increasing that capacity, and then look at building the structured offers off of that and money, like the money aspect of it,
Yeah, because
the
literally, like,
value.
I'm giving them beats away for free, but if I can take it, so I'm charging like 9.99 for them, yeah, then like, and I can create like, and I can bring in like 100 beats for people on a daily basis.
Right.
That'd be like a grand a day. Like, so obviously that's high, so it won't need to be that high. But if I can really make it really easy and a no-brainer for them to when they get involved to actually recuperate the money that they've put in, which is only a very, very small fee, but like to exponentially grow that, you know, I just want to amplify that. But yeah, Jess, man, I would love that. Definitely, I would love that. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So
Perfect.
when do you plan on doing some of them so that we can just do it and I could just watch over your shoulder in a sense so that I could just kind of see what goes into it.
What, when you're making the beat?
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could literally talk you through it. It's like it's a really, really simple process.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just that I've got so many of them that it's like the queue kind of when it's like 20, 30 of them to do, it's like, you know, I keep just putting it off and I end up just doing it like last thing before I go to bed. But at least I'm getting it done. Like I had a
Yeah.
queue and
And
it
so
was,
what would you rather be doing versus that? You would rather just
I'd
be out
rather
attracting them and then fulfilling on it, right?
I'd rather just like once they've sent the details, just me forward them details to someone else that's got access to my app. And then they just did that. Because
Mhm.
like I'm also limited because I've got the queue. I can't go too crazy on the post. But once I put the ads on, if I've got the team in place where I can outsource that, because everyone else is going to join up as well, I want it so that they can send theirs on to them as well. So we're just cutting out the equation, you know, really simplifying it, keeping it
Yeah.
simple. Because like I've only been able to go at it as hard as I have because I've been raring to go for a while now, you know, and my energy's been building up.
Yeah.
But this isn't normal. Do you know what I mean? I'm not
Right.
expecting to people to go at it like this, but I can take what I've learned when at this and give them that framework, you know, to go from.
Right.
And oh my God, all my days. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So I'd like to see it. That's just what I do. Like that's good for me to see the process. So are you going to do some today?
Yep.
How about we just get on a Zoom call? You show me, you walk me through what you do with it, and then that'll give me an idea.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Easily done, man. I can easily do that.
Okay. Just shoot me a
Um,
text. Just shoot me a text when you're going to do some of them, and I only need to see a couple of them. Then I'll have an idea around what that looks like.
yeah, yeah. Well, you'll be blown away with how easy it is.
Perfect. So, how many can one do in an hour?
Well, I've got an event on this Sunday, like I said, and I've figured it out. So like, if I've not got a queue, I can process someone and get a beat delivered to them in real time in 5 minutes. Yeah. But if there's a queue, I can just do half of the process and tell them I'm going to send them the beat at the end of the day, and then I can do it in 2 minutes. Yeah. Because you basically put in their information, the name, their email address, and then I literally got my other phone and I play the voice note that they've sent into the app. Yeah. And from that, it picks up the frequencies, it scans it for 60 seconds, and then it comes out and it says, right, these are your supporting frequencies. And then you just press a button to email it, but you've kind of got to wait around for it. So it's like each beat probably takes, once you've got all the information, you email in the voice note, each beat probably takes about 5 minutes to make. And that's sent to them. That's me with their email and their voice note. And then I go create them account, which takes 30 seconds. Then I put in the voice note, 30 seconds. I wait a minute. Then I've got the report, and then I send it. That takes another 2 minutes. But you need two phones or a laptop and a phone, because you play one into the other. And then boom, and then that's it. But it's like, it's such a simple thing, but it's very like, I didn't mind, but because I've done over 200 of them now, it's kind of like, it's kind of getting a bit much now. But I don't mind. Like, other day I listened, I got rid of my queue. I just put on a call I was listening to, and then like, so it's all right when you get it set up, and I got through it. I just worked through it, without thinking about it. But yeah, definitely, like, that job is something that I want to be getting dealt with, but it needs to be someone that I can really like trust, because obviously it's people's data that I'm like, moving around. But there's even ways where I could simplify it where I didn't even have to do that. I could just send a voice note. But anyway, yeah, there's loads of different options and avenues. But yeah, to process a beat, it takes like 5 minutes. But then because I go into the messenger and they've chatted, and sometimes they send me messages longer than 10 seconds, and then sometimes they're chatting. So like, I'll get pulled into the conversation. So that's more of a distractions there. Do you know what I mean? But I've got my messenger, so it's all organized. So like, I'll open a message, and then if they've sent me the email and their voice note, I'll just mark it as unread. So like, when I look through my inbox, all of the unread ones there are like white. So like, I can see them all. So I've got like systems in place, I'm not saying people aren't falling through the cracks. But like, do you know what I mean? It's working. The systems that I've got are working pretty well.
I can see a form being real helpful here.
Yeah, that's it. Well, like, really what I should be doing is sending them to a website, but like, also I'm trying to keep websites out of the equation, because websites is out of people's comfort zone. So that's why I'm doing it in the messenger, but yeah, the form definitely, but like a form inside the messenger chat, because people are a lot more comfortable in there. They can answer in their own time, they can reply, do all that jazz. There's no pressure going into a unknown environment, and then they can make better decisions there. So like, that's one reason. And like, I've been able to blow this offer up, and I've not used any websites or anything. All I've been doing is putting single posts up. Yeah. And people have been commenting. And that's the exact same thing I could do for this call. I could say, look, we got this call going on for people that want to be connecting into the co-creative space, into the Heart Center. If this is something you'd be interested in, just let me know below. Boom. And then people to start commenting. We've got massive audiences of people that are like, ready prepped for this. We thought the Magnetic Mind audience was ready prepped. Yeah, but this unofficial David Icke one is like, yeah, it's just these guys have gone to town, man. And like, these guys are here to be the change makers and to bring in, the flipping the world that we want to leave for our children.
Great. Thanks, Joe. Just shoot me a text when you're going to start with your queue at any point today, this weekend, whatever. And if I'm available, I'll jump in with you.
Yeah, perfect. And if you're not, I'll just
Yeah, we'll do it.
I'll video it or something. I'll video it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I'm more than
that'll
happy
do
to
too.
like whenever we can do it. I'm more than happy to do it with you live in person and all that, of course. I look
Well,
forward to it.
even a video, if it's think about yeah, interested in putting the systems together for that. So
Oh, mate, that's absolutely yeah, man. That is a humongous blessing. Thank you. Yo, I'm gonna hit the steam room up now. I'm gonna hit the gym. It's all going on like Donkey Kong. I love you guys. Thank you for that offer, Jesse, man. I'm definitely gonna take you up on that. And yeah, man, I'm so glad I came today, guys. You know, it just comes to me. You know, like yesterday, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get on the call tomorrow because I've been aware, obviously, that I've not been on it, but I've just been like so focused and just like stuck into this. But it's just so nice to be able to just come back, and be here.
well, thanks for being
Man.
here, Joe.
So blessed. Thank you, Jess. Thank you,
All
Craig and Pascal. I love you guys.
Yeah, I love you too, Joe. Yeah, just a
That
quick
was
question.
fun today.
What what did you feel like from like those binaural beats that you're creating? Like, what is the change that you're experiencing?
What, when I listen to it or when I create them?
Yeah, what you create, because like you said, it's like tailored to each individual person, right?
Yeah. So all that's based off, Pascal, is a 10-second voice note that they send. Okay. But before they send the voice note, you ask them to think about something that pisses them off for 10 seconds, and then something that makes them happy for 10 seconds. And then that's going to bring all them current frequencies up. And then you ask them to say, I am Pascal, I'm in America, and you just get them to talk for 10 seconds. And from that voice note, that's what the technology analyzes to see what frequencies are high and low.
Okay, and then you rebalance their state, like it put them
and then there's like, and then when they get like 10 different backing binaural beats, but then the frequencies that's going to bring their frequencies into harmony are added additionally to that beat. But like, I'm not doing any of this. The technology does it all. Yeah. Literally, the technology is it. I put the voice note in, and then the beat's created, and then I send it to them, and then they can access it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be a volunteer if you want some volunteer too.
Yeah, man.
I'd like to experience it.
I'd love to get your feedback on it, my brother. I'll message you on Facebook, and I'll just need like a voice note off you, man.
Sure. Yeah.
But we'll do this, my brother.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, because I've listened a lot of it, right? And yeah, I'd like to see what's different, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Like, there's a lot of people that have been into these binaural beats for a long time, but they're saying that there's just something different about these. So I hope you get something good from it, bro.
Cool, man. That sounds good. So now go hit your steam room.
That's it.
Your sauna.
That's it. I'm gonna take that video link you sent me in the chat, and I'm gonna watch that as well. Oh my God, guys, I love you. All right, thank you so much for being here in my life. All right, like I couldn't do this without you, man. I'm so blessed. Like this is what I've been missing. You know, like it's just all this would be going on in my head otherwise. You know.
Got it. What I hear, what was you don't have to, Joe. I know you want to go with that. What I was thinking about is, what if I put you on focus, you watch the video, and then you respond to it so that I have it in this recording?
I could do that. What, should I just watch the video now then?
That's what I would do.
Well, we could all watch it together, couldn't we? I mean, we could all just watch it So yeah, I'll just put it on now and I'm gonna start watching it, guys. Yeah, and then I'll come
I
back.
want to put on your camera, and that way I can highlight you, because this is for you, right? Yeah, there we go.
Right then. Okay, so I'm gonna put this video on now. Denovan's made. You're not gonna be able to see it, but this is gonna be a reaction video. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
All right, perfect, perfect. I'm watching it now.
Turn your camera on, Joe. Oh, you can't. Sorry, you can't.
Can we hear it at least?
Do you know before? Could you hear it before, but you just couldn't
Yes,
see it?
yes, we could hear it before.
All right, well let's put it on at least so you can hear it, yeah?
Yeah.
So if I just go as the hostess with the mostess. At least you can hear it, and it's just some really it's just like just images coming across the screen. Right.
We've got a visual on it now too. Yeah, here it is. I can see the video now.
You've got a video. I don't think it's Joe's though. I'm trying to share one.
Oh, okay.
Something.
Okay.
Just give me a second here. Here we go. Yeah, maybe that's it. Let's try it. Yeah. Can you guys hear that?
No, we
See
can't
it?
see. We
Can't hear it yet.
or see it. Can't hear or see it. So I'll play it on my end with the audio because you'll be able to hear Denovan talking, man. That's the biggest bit. That's the best bit.
Okay, good. I'll stop my share.
Right, then let's do this. Right, make us host, brother.
There you go.
There we go. There we go. Yo, this is crazy, isn't it, man? This is like manifestations in real time, man. And we're so blessed to be able to share with each other. Right, here we go. Right, I'm watching it and you guys listening.
Can't hear it.
I'll just watch it, yeah. It's amazing, man. Oh my God, it's so beautiful, guys. Yo, guys, just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna log in on my laptop. Yeah, I'll just do it myself on the laptop, man. Forget this. I've got to show it you. Yeah. I'm just gonna put it on my laptop. Yeah, two minutes. All right, guys.
I can do it too, Joe, if you want. I'm here on mine.
Have you got your laptop out now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to try. Yo, mum. Yo, my mum's here. We're on the call. We're live. Yeah.
Hi.
Live to the people. Stepping up with equal.
Hi to the people.
Yo, Denovan's joined up. Yeah, and he's made a next level video, and we're gonna watch it. we're going to watch it. It's a 3-minute video. Do you want to watch it with us?
All right then.
I don't think she felt like she had much choice in the matter.
Oh, this is true. Yeah.
You could tell by the tone, it was like, oh, all right then.
Come on, then. I'm going to sit down here. Perfect. We're going
Yeah.
right. I'm ready.
So now my mum's going to be in the reaction video because we're making a reaction video now, yeah? Yeah, like, woo!
We need that. That be better? Okay.
Will you post that video again?
What, in the chat?
Yeah, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Right, get your popcorn out, guys. So basically, this is a Solex video, yeah, but he's taken out the music and he's taken out the voice and he's used their visuals, which is the exact idea that I had, but just had too much resistance around doing for some reason. And that's why, because Denovan came along to flipping step in.
There we go. You guys see that?
Yep.
All right.
Everything has a frequency, even our bodies. The bodies.
Can you guys hear it?
Yep.
All good. All right, here we go.
Everything has a frequency, even our bodies. The body cells can create and receive energy. This energy is information that functions through sending and receiving specific frequencies. When these natural frequencies become mixed up, so does the body's ability to self-regulate and maintain healthy function. We begin to feel unwell. Maybe we're more tired than usual, or have a change in appetite. We may even become sick. When this occurs, the body's frequency level or vibration must be changed. When we want to listen to a particular radio station, we need to tune into the correct frequencies of that station in order to reach it. Our bodies are the same way. We need to tune into the correct frequencies to reach the optimal state of being. What if you had a way to measure your own frequencies, and in turn could use optimizing frequencies to improve your vibration? The answer is now in the palm of your hand. The AO scan technology by Solex sends and receives energy, frequency, vibration and resonance signals so you know what's going on inside your body. Designed to scan and measure frequencies, then compare them with their established blueprint. AO scan is able to show variances using noise cancelling technology. AO scan emits opposing frequencies that disable frequencies and chaos so your body can rest. The result is a movement towards balance, body and mind. So, what exactly are we talking about? Well, check this out. Do you think that you can beat a lie detector test? Think again. Your voice will always tell the truth, whether you want it to or not. Did you know that your thoughts and emotions are carried in your vocal cords? No amount of masking your voice can change that fact. Our inner voice scan is derived from the same technology as a lie detector test. The innovative program helps harmonize your emotional state, including concentration, creativity, and emotional intelligence. This program records a 10-second sample of your voice to isolate and analyze imbalances in your emotional state that presents themselves through your vocal cords. The inner voice report will display 3 notes or octaves that are out of balance, as well as the main octave that is being suppressed, and 4 MP3 files are generated. These therapeutic songs, heart balancing harmonics will then play these tones that are unique to your energetic needs. The music files incorporate radionics, binaural beats, and other frequencies to support the balance of your emotional and mental well-being. It's best to listen to these tones first thing in the morning, right before you go to bed, and throughout the day whenever it crosses your mind. Albert Einstein was right when he said, everything is vibration. Future medicine will be in the medicine of frequencies.
Oh my God!
Explains it really well, doesn't it?
That knocks it out of the park, doesn't it?
Oh, guys, if you were to watch the original video of that, yeah. I mean, you could put it on if you want, but like it just kill it. But like, wow, all my days, guys. There was just no cringe to it at all.
No, that's true. Yeah, it just felt right. This is right. I mean, I know a little bit, but it felt very doable.
But do you know the crazy thing is, yeah? I got this next level thing, Craig, you know, where I need to make a video, right? Craig, the video's there, bro.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So I've got my setup call with these guys, Jesse, man, when I break down this thing that we've got access to now, mate. All my days, brother.
That's an e-booth. That's an e-booth keeper, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's for Ebu,
yeah.
isn't it, bro?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Yo, Jesse, we got access to this software now, right? Where we can set up an ad, a video ad, right? And do you know normally when you watch something and it sends you say, right, give me your name and email to watch this offer. Well, that is embedded into the video. So like they don't actually leave the page. Or they call block walls, do you know, like where they've got to take the name and number. But with this software we've got, Jesse, yeah, all my days, brother. This is just gonna blow up the happy community, like on whatever. Like we just need to think about how we can organize and structure this, you know, to accommodate the big numbers that's gonna come in. But if we use this as a prototype, you know, all this that we've learned and experienced. But yeah, like with this, but all these offers, they all tie in, they're all interconnected. We can promote one offer and they'll automatically be connected to others. You know what I mean? They're all connected. It's mad.
Yeah, it's a platform in which everyone can share their genius with it, and here's all the options.
Fire options, man, straight from source. This is what I mean, guys, man.
It's quite Atlantean, isn't it, really?
My mum thinks it's quite Atlantean. And the funny thing is, that reminds me, my mother, yeah, I have been getting like slight.
You're laughing at, Craig.
Hey, stop laughing.
Juliet, you're so right on.
The funny thing is, though, yeah, I've been getting like slight images, right, of a past life. And in my past life, I'm kind of feeling like I worked with like frequencies with people, you know, and like, you know, with the singing bowls and stuff. I'm getting like kind of, or just images of that, whether it's a past life or whether it's like future life, I don't know, do you know? But the point is getting them weird kind of like flashes. But yeah,
you know,
here's
the
house, man.
here's
We're bringing back the frequencies, man. This is the frequency revolution now, yo.
Yeah.
We got a way to like, you know, all my days, mate, and it's all rooted in health and vitality.
We've had to come all the way back from there. We were there, and then it was destroyed, and we've had to build up, and we're just getting back to it.
And we're remembering.
Yeah, and it feels right. It resonates.
Yeah,
it resonates.
Yeah.
And on that note, I've got to resonate off. But it's lovely to see you all.
My mum's resonating off.
Bye, mother.
Mum, I love you. All right. Yeah.
There was my
She's
buzz.
Transcended.
There was my buzz. I got my buzz.
All my days, guys. All my days. Yo, I'm gonna have to get off there. Literally, I love you, all right? And I'm so glad we got to share that. We planted some seeds there now. Yeah, we can come back on this, man, and like keep developing this and growing this. But this is huge, man. This is big, and like together, it's just going to be like exponentially flipping ridiculously mad. I love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe. Bye.
So blessed.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Yeah, big love, Joe.
Love you guys. Love you guys. Peace out. Peace out.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me capture that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite woo. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Interesting. We called today's passion.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Future memory.
Mhm.
Premonition. Oh boy, you get what you ask for.
Well, and it's like this. What we've been working here has been listening to the tone in others' voices,
Yes. Yeah.
listening for the frequency, the charge, the emotion.
Yep. Yep.
Not
The
only
energy.
not only in others' voices, most importantly in our own voices. Most importantly, listening to the tone in our own voices.
Well, and it's interesting to me too that video was called "The Inner Voice."
Hmm.
And I go like, oh my, because what a twist that is. I mean, when you can tune into your own inner voice, your own inner authority, that is so foundational.
Yep. And to think that we've been doing it for however many days now, yeah, and to have a technology that bridges it as the door opener that it can be done.
Yes. Yeah.
And a history of how we've done it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, exactly. So how do you pre-plan that?
Well, all I can say is we didn't.
Well, exactly. That's my point. It's like, oh boy. The things that just expose themselves is just beyond imagination.
Well, no, like how it showed for me was a record it, right? That's just what it was for me. It was like record this. I was like, why the hell am I recording this? What's the point? There's nothing in it.
Right.
But then it was like,
Sounds like a blind man speaking.
Right. And so then it's like, but then it was like, I had to like, okay, fine. And it was like, well, as I asked that next question, the answer was, it's just not there yet. Right. So the timing is just not aware yet. It's just not obvious yet.
Yeah.
And that is combining passions. See, this is like, as we continue to say yes to the passions and we gather together in them, magic, if you will, or appears.
Yeah. Yeah.
It gets clearer, like a kaleidoscope, right? It's like as you twist it, like you see different things align up. Just one click closer to making a little bit more sense.
Yeah. And if you turn that kaleidoscope really slowly, you see much, much more.
You see,
or you miss less.
Yeah. And you see the slightness in it, right? The tiny steps. And I think, like Pascal said, I'm more aware of the now, which means we see and honor and can focus in on those small steps that make big progress.
Yeah.
Just not in the timing that we would expect. jammed packed with lessons, jammed packed with demonstrations, jammed packed with conflict, chaos. And peace, power, and passion.
Yeah. Well, and all that shows up when we intentionally slow down.
Yep. Remove the
when
pressure.
To play.